CEOs are dying of pre-existing conditions. A United Healthcare CEO kept a low public profile. Then he was shot to death in New York by an assassin. An assassin! This is real, by the way. This is crazy. Brian Thompson, one of the biggest health insurers, CEO of one of the biggest health insurers in the U.S., was unknown to millions of people until he was shot. He was 50. He worked for Giant United Health Group, Inc. for 20 years and ran the insurance arm since 2021 after running its Medicare and retirement business. He led a firm that provides health care coverage for more than 49 million Americans, more than the population of Spain. United is the largest provider of Medicare Advantage plans, the privately run version of the U.S. government's Medicare program for people age 65 and older. Medicare Advantage plans, privately run versions of Medicare. Crazy. The company also sells individual insurance and administers health insurance coverage for thousands of employers and state and federally funded Medicaid programs. $281 billion in health care, in taxing people for their lives. $281 billion they made. Excellent. Making it the largest subsidiary of it's the biggest part of the health group. Was what he looked over. $10.2 million annual pay package for this guy to make sure that people's health care is pay gated. And I'm gonna keep this on the little screen. CNN, don't give me. Warning, disturbing images.
6:17 a.m., the alleged gunman came to this Starbucks, according to law enforcement sources.
There's the alleged gunman. We are not going to linger on his face.
2 blocks
because
away.
if you saw him, no, you didn't. You did not see him. I mean, I certainly didn't see him.
From where the shooting happened.
New York City's crazy, dude.
6:30 a.m. in new video obtained by the New York Times, the shooter walks less than 200 feet away from the soon-to-be crime scene. He appears to be on the phone.
At 6:44 a.m.,
Excellent.
Brian Thompson leaves his hotel, which is just across the street. He comes this way to enter the Hilton Hotel where the
Saw who? Nothing happened, exactly. The rich learned that money doesn't stop bullets. It doesn't.
conference is. And as he's making his way, the gunman is here waiting for him.
Many
Salacious.
people passed the suspect, but he appeared to wait for his intended target.
They're so intense. His intended target. He waited for. Well, yeah. I mean, when you're trying to kill somebody, you tend to. You know. I mean, it sounds very, very intense. An actual hitman. You see? I mean, you will see. The motherfucker has a full-on silencer on there. They're going to be talking about this now.
Seconds after Thompson passes him,
Look
the
at
gunman
this.
begins what police call a targeted attack.
Yep.
CNN obtained this video. Watch as the gunman comes from behind and raises his handgun within feet of Thompson.
Look, I don't condone violence. Nobody condones violence. But if people are going to be just killing citizens of America, which they shouldn't do, then it might as well be evil people, you know, like CEOs. It might as well. If that evil must exist, and it must, because the Second Amendment is very important here in America. And I believe in that more than I believe in that CEO's right to live, for sure, because I'm an American patriot. So yeah, I mean, I think the CEO and the E in CEO stands for evil. That's true. I don't condone violence, but I am amused by people fucking around and finding out. I mean, look, I think this is the first real leftist to show up.
What happens next is too disturbing to show.
Too disturbing?
The assassin opens fire, shooting Thompson in the back. Thompson stumbles and looks back at his killer as the gunman walks towards him.
Tragic.
Police say the gun malfunctions,
Tragic and definitely not condoned.
but the shooter clears the jam and continues to fire.
I was paying attention. I was holding my phone. Then I heard the shot. Saw him after he shot him. He ran across the street this way.
This guy doesn't give a shit. He was basically on his phone while having that interview. Hilarious.
Seconds later, police say the gunman flees through an alleyway towards 55th Street.
I need prior authorization for thoughts and prayers. Yeah, I'm literally not cleared. Sympathy for CEOs dying is not covered under my insurance plan, so I just don't have any. CEO, corrupt, evil oligarch. That's close.
So right,
That's close.
and then gets on an e-bike and goes north on 6th Avenue.
An e-bike?
At 6:46 a.m., the first 911 call goes out. there's been a shooting outside the Hilton Hotel. 2 minutes later, 6:48 a.m., officers arrive on scene to find Thompson, a 50-year-old male, lying on the sidewalk, gunshot wounds to his back and leg. At the same time, the shooter is seen riding his e-bike into Central Park, into Center Drive.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely, I mean, look at that. Easy. Slipped him. I frankly, look, this heinous act must not go unpunished. I think we should bomb Wall Street because I'm told that there are CEO assassins hiding in tunnels underneath Wall Street right now. Someone tell BB that there are CEO assassins hiding all throughout Manhattan. It is very scary stuff. I feel so... Look, I can feel... My insurance policy does cover me being very, very scared all the time. So I'm allowed to do that.
The last we see with him on that bike is in Central Park.
Officers recover 3 live 9mm rounds and 3 discharged 9mm shell casings at the scene.
Every indication is that this was a premeditated, pre-planned, targeted attack.
This does not appear to be a random act of violence.
I agree.
Thompson is transported by EMS to Mount Sinai West Hospital.
It didn't work. He overdosed on metal. It's tragic. It really is. However, this they're reporting this is a shooting, but it actually wasn't. The bullets were merely a comorbidity in his death. He actually had a heart condition that led to his demise while he was bleeding out. But it wasn't the bleeding out that killed him in the end. So it was actually a comorbidity. Of course, this the pre-existing condition of being a rich guy made it so that this wasn't he wasn't covered. Damn, fent overdose had to be. He had COVID, I bet. Probably. Tragic, unexpected blood loss. Yeah, dude. So anyway, this guy also has the firefighter's pension accused him of fraud and insider trading, and now he's dead. Was it the firefighters, dude? Rise up, working class. Could have been the firefighters. In May, the Hollywood Firefighters Pension Fund had filed a lawsuit against Thompson alleging he had sold over $15 million of United Health stock despite being aware of an active Justice Department antitrust investigation into the health insurance company that he did not disclose to investors or the public. It's crazy how much crime these fucking people do. Being a CEO or basically being a millionaire or a billionaire gets you closer and closer and closer to being an incredibly unethical piece of shit. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Anyway, I didn't see this guy anywhere. I don't even believe there was a shooter, you know? I think this guy was just wrong place, wrong time. That was a fake gun. Not even a gun. He was just pointing at him. He was like, "Hey, buddy, watch out. Someone's shooting you." Totally deep faked, obviously. Go. This is the deep state. That's Hunter Biden's body double. They're trying to frame him. Look, Jake, they're firefighters. They were just putting out a fire. He fell on the bullets. All this is true. He was married and was the father of 2 sons. God damn. I wonder if he was responsible of killing anybody that was married and the father of 2 sons during his time as a healthcare CEO, denying people coverage. Probably not. That probably never happened once. Yep. There's no fucking evidence to tie anybody to this. I think this was just a situation. Honestly, here's my speculation, and it's probably true. This person was negatively affected directly by actions or secondarily.
I have completely unchained my band hammer.
On the CEO. This guy probably bided his time and made it happen. He made lemonade out of lemons, probably after personal tragedy or hardship. And then got away. Let this be a lesson to all who swindle and to all who think that they can't accomplish their goals. Because you can. This does seem like the most likely scenario. I agree with myself. Thank you for agreeing with me.